I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Blue Jays vs. White Sox. My team pick is Toronto minus 1.5 runs. The Chicago White Sox, currently ranked 5th in the AL Central, have been averaging 2.91 runs and 6.91 hits per game this season. With a team batting average of .214 and an on-base percentage of .278, the White Sox have struggled to produce runs and get on base consistently. This is reflected in their run differential of minus 116, indicating that they have allowed 116 more runs than they have scored. On the defensive side, opponents have been scoring an average of 5.06 runs and collecting 8.13 hits per game against the White Sox. They have also been successful at the plate, with a batting average of .243 and an on-base percentage of .324. As of now, the Toronto Blue Jays find themselves in the 5th position in the AL East standings. Throughout the season, they have been able to maintain an average of 3.94 runs per game and collect an impressive 7.69 hits per game. With a team batting average of .235 and an on-base percentage of .312, the Blue Jays have proven to be a formidable offensive force. However, their minus 38 run differential indicates that they have struggled to prevent their opponents from scoring, as they are allowing an average of 4.67 runs per game and 8.48 hits per game. The Toronto Blue Jays have a record of 25-28 against the run line in all games with a betting line this season. In their 29 road games, they have covered the run line in 15 of those games. After a win, the Blue Jays have covered the run line in 8 out of 23 games. Their last game saw them successfully cover the run line, and in the last 6 games, they have covered the run line in 3 of them. The Blue Jays are the choice pick in this game. Recent run line trends as well as the pitching matchup lend this game to the Blue Jays. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. The Toronto Blue Jays have played 53 games in the current baseball season, with 22 going over the posted total. They have seen 13 out of 29 games go over the posted total when playing on the road. However, in their recent game, the Blue Jays went under the posted total, and in the last 6 games, only 3 have gone over the posted total. On the other hand, the Chicago White Sox have seen 24 out of their 55 games go over the posted total. When playing at home, 11 out of 29 games have gone over the posted total for Chicago. It is worth noting that the White Sox have not been able to cover the run line in their last 3 starts. These statistics show that both teams have had a significant number of games go over the posted total, indicating a high-scoring trend in their games. However, the recent performance of the Blue Jays and the White Sox suggests a potential shift in this trend. Go under the posted total in this AL matchup. Diamondbacks vs. Rangers. My team pick is Rangers moneyline. My total pick is under. First, let's look at the team's performance in terms of the over-under record this season. The Diamondbacks have an overall over-under record of 23-28-2 and a road record of 10-13-2. Additionally, against the AL on the road, they have an over-under record of just 2-4. The Rangers further solidify this argument. Their overall over-under record stands at 20-31-3, and at home, this tendency is even more pronounced, with a record of 7-17-1. Several situational factors also play into this. Globe Life Field, known as a pitcher's ballpark, typically suppresses offensive output. The Rangers' offense, while capable, is fairly average, and the Diamondbacks have struggled with consistency in their run production. Arizona ranks 28th in baseball with 402 strikeouts. On the mound, both starting pitchers further support the case for the under. Arizona's Brandon Pfaadt has a respectable 4.05 ERA and has shown the ability to deliver quality starts. Texas' Dane Dunning, with a 4.43 ERA, is coming off an injury but has a track record of controlling games effectively. Guardians vs. Rockies. My team pick is Guardians minus 1.5 runs. Cleveland is one of the hottest teams in the MLB right now, and the Guardians should cruise to a win over the lowly Rockies here. Cleveland is 32-21 on the run line this season. The Guardians' offense has started to heat up, and in a hitter's friendly ballpark, that success should continue. McKenzie, meanwhile, has had success against the Rockies' offense, as he should be able to keep the offense in check and help the Guardians win by more than 1.5 runs. Take Cleveland on the run line. My total pick is over. The over is also the way to go in this game, as Coors Field is made for home runs and defensive production, while both teams' bats are capable of scoring runs. Cleveland is 26-24-3 in hitting the over, while Colorado is 27-25. The bats should come alive at Coors Field, as the Guardians have scored 5 or more runs in 6 of their last 8 games, and that offensive success should continue here. Take the over. Yankees vs. Angels. My team pick is Angels to win. Canning has pitched well in limited action versus the Yankees, limiting them to 4 runs in 11 innings while striking out 16 batters. The Angels played effectively versus New York last season, winning 4 of 6 matchups and sweeping them during a 3-game set in Los Angeles in July. Los Angeles hurlers limited the Yankees to 3 runs or less in all 3 contests played at home last season. A trend may be forming, as the Angels' pitching staff has produced a 2.78 ERA with a 1.07 WHIP versus Yankees hitters at Angels Stadium in their last 6 meetings. The Los Angeles pitching staff currently ranks in the top 10 in several key categories, including ERA, so the odds they continue their success versus the Yankees at home are high. Before getting swept over the weekend, the Angels had been playing well, winning 5 of their last 7 games and taking 2 of 3 from the Rangers in Texas and the Astros in Houston. The stats and trends strongly suggest the Angels will be victorious in Tuesday's first game of the series. Take the Angels. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. Cortez has limited the Angels to just 3 runs in his last 2 starts against them and has produced a 3.20 ERA with a 1.02 WHIP in 19.2 innings versus Los Angeles in his career. The Yankees hit a lowly .193 with a .286 slugging percentage against Angels pitching last season and were held to 3 runs or less in 5 of the 6 2023 contests. 5 of their 6 matchups last season went under the run total, with only 23 runners crossing the plate during their 3-game set in Los Angeles. The Yankees have an elite pitching staff this season, ranking 1st overall in ERA and 4th in ERA on the road. They have held their opponents to a maximum of 3 runs in 4 of their last 5. New York has gone under the run total in 4 of their previous 5 games away from their home stadium. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair in the series opener on Tuesday. Take the under. Cubs vs. Brewers. My team pick is Brewers minus 1.5 runs. The hot team is the move in this game. The Cubs have been poor over the past few weeks. They have struggled to put runs on the board and hit for extra bases. They are hitting .214 from the plate this month. Chicago has also lost 8 of their last 10 games. The Brewers have played much better with them, winning 4 of their last 6 games. Milwaukee is also hitting .250 from the plate in May. The Brewers will also be sending out Freddie Peralta to pitch, who has an ERA of 3.81 this season. Chicago's Ben Brown will start. He has a poor ERA of 4.44. Take the Brewers to cover. My total pick is over 7.5 runs. The total is far too low in this one. The Cubs will be able to score 1 or 2 runs in the game. The Brewers' offense has been alive over the past month. poor pitching, especially from the bullpen, will doom Chicago as Milwaukee runs up the score along with their excellent base running. Take the over on Tuesday. Marlins versus Padres. My team pick is San Diego moneyline. Waldron has been a solid pitcher over the course of May, and he will be buoyed by a Padres offense that has generally been much strong at home. San Diego sits top 5th in batting average, and they'll face a pitcher in Luzardo that has been very vulnerable on the road. Expect the Padres to make the most of their attempts at the plate and ultimately prevail. My total pick is over 7.5 runs. The Padres have been one of the more consistent offenses throughout the season as they sit top 5 in batting average. That batting average has only climbed this month. The Marlins are on track for their highest monthly home run volume of the season and have also seen their bats pick up in May. Both Luzardo and Waldron have been vulnerable at times this season, and the lack of ball command from both pitchers should help the offenses get rolling here. Astros versus Mariners. My team pick is Mariners moneyline. It's not often that the division leaders are so slightly favored at home against a divisional opponent with a sub .500 record, so I'm taking Seattle with the moneyline in this one. We don't know who the Astros will send out as their starter at this point, but Castillo has been incredibly consistent with his quality starts. I expect more of the same from him, and I doubt Houston can send anyone out at this point that's going to be as good as him. Despite their recent troubles, Seattle is still at the top of the division for a reason, and they've won 6 of their last 9 against the Astros. Seattle has also been much better at home this year with a 15-10 record, while the Astros are 10-14 on the road. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. Seattle has Luis Castillo on the mound to limit the damage of Houston's bats, while these teams have gone 6-3-1 on the under in their last 10 meetings. Both teams have also hit the under in the majority of their contests by a substantial margin. They have additionally hit the under in 3 of their last 4 games overall. Houston's bullpen is ranked in the top half of all MLB teams, and in intense divisional matchups such as this one, defense and pitching play a more significant part. Seattle is also second worst in the league in runs scored this season, behind only the Chicago White Sox. Phillies versus Giants. My team pick is Phillies moneyline. These two linked up at the beginning of the month, the Phillies sweeping the 4-game set at home with relative ease. Since then, the Phillies have gone 13-5 while the Giants have gone 12-6. Philadelphia came to San Francisco on the heels of their first series loss in May, so expect them to have a little fire lit under them as they round out their road trip. When they met a few weeks back, Philadelphia's offense averaged 7.3 runs per game, so it shouldn't matter too much who the Giants put on the hill. The Phillies are 16-8 on the road, the best record in the game, and Wheeler has gone 2-1 in 4 starts away from home this season. My total pick is over. The initial 4 games between these teams this season saw the over go 2-1-1 as they averaged a combined 10 runs per game. Between the two teams, the over has hit a combined 54 times this season. Both of the offenses have been pretty hot of late, putting up big run totals. San Francisco scored 7 runs or more in 6 of 9 games prior to this series. The Phils put up 5 runs or more in 5 of 7 games. The Giants also don't know who will be on the mound when they get rolling, so things could get a little hairy as they try to figure out a proper pitching lineup for the day. With a day game on Monday, the bats will be plenty rested for this tilt.